Lunchly is being discontinued. Several stores all around the US are showing that Lunchly is being discontinued and you cannot order it anymore.
MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI promise parents a simple thing: a healthy lunch for their kids. Sounds great, right? But behind the shiny, colorful branding and catchy ads, shady tactics were quietly at play. Their new venture, Lunchly, was billed as the healthy Lunchables that every parent could trust. A product designed to make lunchtime easier and better for kids. But now, the truth is blowing up. The brand that once seemed fun and wholesome is under fire from all sides. Stores are banning it, the FDA has slammed it, and the public? Well, they're furious. Parents are calling out the influencers, claiming they were misled, while millions of dollars reportedly poured into the pockets of MrBeast, KSI, and Logan Paul. The question on everyone's mind: could these megastars now face serious legal trouble for pushing a product directly aimed at kids? Lunchly's story isn't just a business launch gone wrong. It's a full-blown scandal. Three of the biggest names on the planet, known for entertaining millions online, are now tangled in controversy over something as innocent-sounding as a kid's lunch. Parents trusted these stars, kids loved the packaging, and yet, behind the scenes, it seems the reality didn't match the promise. Parents were hyped, kids were hyped, and of course, the influencers' egos were through the roof. Everything seemed perfect until reality hit. Fast forward 6 months, and it was a total disaster. Doctors shredded it in reviews. Dietitians exposed the not-so-healthy truth. TikTok erupted in savage memes, and shelves literally pulled the product because of mold. What was supposed to be an unshakable influencer food empire straight up collapsed. October 2023, the internet lost it. Logan Paul and KSI, still riding the massive wave of the Prime craze, pitched Lunchly as if it were Prime 2.0. Meanwhile, MrBeast, one single tweet, and boom, 30 million eyeballs tuned in. That's right, 30 million people just to see what was essentially a boxed lunch. The idea was simple, maybe even too simple. Take Lunchables, swap the juice box with a Prime energy drink. Fans absolutely lost their minds. Walmart shelves emptied in hours, and Target, lines wrapped around the store like this, was the launch of the newest iPhone, not a kid's lunch. On their over-the-top podcast, the influencers bragged about $100 million in pre-orders and billion-dollar dreams like it was nothing. Just watch this clip. It actually shows the wild, almost demonic plan they had to hook people, hype them up, and then leave them hanging. But did anyone stop and ask the obvious question? Are processed cheese, mystery meat, and electrolyte water actually healthy for kids? Spoiler alert, not even close. The founders didn't care. They were too busy filming themselves in grocery freezers, celebrating their genius, while the product quietly cracked under pressure. Classic influencer move. Hype first, product later. That bold 25% less sugar claim, totally misleading. It only stacked up against some sugar-loaded cookie-filled Lunchables, not the real deal.
A pretty weird marketing choice to label electrolytes and food products. It's such a strange choice.
And the promise of better cheese? Forget it. The ingredients list was a nightmare. Additives, sodium phosphate, and mold blockers galore. Not exactly the farm-fresh vibes parents were promised. Meanwhile, TikTok went absolutely ballistic. Kids got blind tested. And guess what? Almost every single time, they picked regular Lunchables over Lunchly. Amazon reviews plummeted to just 3 stars, and Walmart photos surfaced showing slimy meat and rubbery cheese. The hype bubble was bursting in real time, but the founders? Denial mode fully activated. Even as evidence piled up, they kept claiming they were revolutionizing lunch for kids, like nothing was wrong. Then December 2023 hit, and everything went from bad to terrifying. Consumer Reports grabbed Lunchly straight off the shelves and ran real tests. The results? Every single kit contained measurable lid, with some kits hitting as high as 6 parts per billion. Sure, technically it was under FDA limits, but technically safe didn't mean safe for kids. Parents were horrified, and that wasn't all. Phthalates, the same plastic chemicals found in regular Lunchables, were lurking in Lunchly too. These aren't just random additives, they're linked to serious developmental and hormonal issues in children. And that healthy Prime drink, spoiler alert, it was mostly water, packed with artificial sweeteners, and had just tiny traces of vitamins B and C, less than what you'd get from a single orange. Doctors didn't hold back either, tearing it apart online. Nutrition experts called it a gimmick, warning parents that it offered almost nothing for kids' health. The backlash was immediate. Social media blew up with memes, rants, and expert takes exposing the truth. This wasn't a health drink. It was hype in a can.
The Lunchables.
Bro, I'm sorry, that's trash. All right, now we're trying Lunchly. Come on. We're not biased at all, but ours is way better.
Then Walmart quietly pulled not one, but two Lunchly product lines. No press release, no warning, nothing. The FDA stayed silent, no hospitalizations reported, and yet the red flags were undeniable. Leaked Walmart emails confirmed what everyone feared. Mold kept popping up in shipments. And the influencers? Classic influencer silence. MrBeast vanished for 9 days without a word. KSI dropped a vague tweet and immediately pivoted to promoting a fight. Logan Paul blamed moisture issues and promised better screening. Parents quickly noticed the moldy Lunchly kits never made it back to the shelves, and the sales numbers told the real story. First-year retail revenue, $92 million. Sounds huge, right? But they promised a billion-dollar empire, and by the third quarter of 2024, revenue had plummeted a staggering 64%.
We launched Lunchly today. If you guys saw on Instagram Live, probably best quality live stream.
Well, I think you might have tried to see it on live.
Feastables meets Prime meets an entree. I also think people are confused about what the product is. They're like, wait, so it's just Prime and Feastables in a Lunchables? No, it's Prime and Feastables
In a Lunchly.
in a Lunchly.
Retailers buried it, Amazon ignored it, and Kroger shoved the leftover kits straight to clearance bins. Production costs were insane, too. 3 separate cooling zones per box. Massive ad supply chain headaches. It became a total money pit. The marketing strategy, full-on pester power, all aimed at kids, not parents. Influencer TikToks and YouTube vlogs did the selling, bypassing traditional ad regulations. Parents were completely in the dark. Labels packed with chemicals, high sodium, traces of lead, none of it up front. Experts are now sounding the alarm. Don't give Lunchly to your kids. Sure, if it's eaten occasionally at home, maybe it won't hurt. But as a regular meal choice, absolutely not. And let's not forget Prime Hydration's own history. When it first launched, sugar levels were sky high, immediately sparking health concerns. Those controversies didn't help Lunchly's case either. Retailers slowed restocks, leaving shelves emptier than ever. Meanwhile, the founders acted like Lunchly was just another piece of content to hype online, not a real product with real consequences. Silence in this case, that's basically a death sentence. So is Lunchly dead? Not officially. Websites are still live, a few kits are floating around, but the billion-dollar dream has ghosted. Hype is gone, shelves are empty, kids are still stuck with processed meat, rubbery cheese, and sugary energy drinks. The moral? Fame can sell, influence can push, algorithms can hype, but no amount of clout can fake actual nutrition.
One thing that Lunchly does not highlight on its website is the level of sodium in its kits. In fact, many of its kits have nearly half of the sodium recommended for a child in just 1 day.
Now the heat is turning even hotter. Lunchly is facing bans. A report confirms that all of its products are under FDA investigation, with the USDA also involved. The FDA is currently reviewing every submission to decide whether a public health advisory is necessary. Experts are now sending out urgent warnings. Lunchly is not safe for kids. Occasional snacking at home might not cause immediate harm, but as a regular meal, absolutely not. The brand that promised wholesome, fun lunches has turned into a nutrition nightmare. And let's rewind for context. Prime Hydration itself had a rough start, launching with sky-high sugar levels that immediately triggered health concerns and criticism. Those early controversies only made Lunchly's rollout more precarious. Retailers began slowing restocks, parents grew skeptical, and social media buzz quickly shifted from hype to outrage. Meanwhile, the founders, MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI, continued treating Lunchly like a content piece rather than a serious food product. TikToks, vlogs, and influencer promos dominated the narrative, while critical details like sodium levels, additives, and trace amounts of lead were buried in tiny print. Their silence in the face of growing criticism wasn't just a PR misstep, it was catastrophic. The disconnect between clout and responsibility became painfully clear. Algorithms can hype, fame can sell, but neither can manufacture real nutrition. Despite the hype imploding, Lunchly isn't technically dead. Websites remain live. A handful of kits still trickle through stores or online orders. But the billion-dollar vision? Gone. completely ghosted. Shelves are empty, parents are angry. Kids are stuck with processed meats, rubbery cheeses, and sugary energy drinks disguised as healthy meals.
That Lunchly had been recalled due to those problems, due to the mold problems.
Yes.
Moldy cheese.
There was no recall. So annoying. The disinformation, man, because that makes it seem like there's an actual serious problem. Oh, we're recalling Lunchly. Here's the thing. Every single Lunchly with cheese meat is USDA inspected. There is no mold when it leaves our factory. Like, we have the highest QC standards in that.
What was pitched as a revolutionary product for families now reads like a cautionary tale about influencer-driven marketing run amok. And now the situation has escalated into a full-blown regulatory nightmare. Reports confirm that every single Lunchly product is under FDA investigation, with the USDA also involved. The FDA is carefully reviewing all submissions to determine if a public health advisory is necessary. At the same time, leaked retailer emails and internal communications show persistent mold, quality control issues, and ingredient red flags that were ignored or downplayed. The controversy isn't slowing down. Social media is alive with memes, viral videos, and parent exposés documenting every failure of the brand. Nutrition experts continue to speak out, dissecting labels and warning families about hidden chemicals and excessive sodium. The Prime drink tie-ins, once a marketing hook, now amplify the criticism as parents realize their kids are consuming highly processed beverages under the guise of health. The agency is making it crystal clear. Food producers must follow current good manufacturing practices to guarantee safety. If they slip up, regulatory actions will hit hard. And right now, Lunchly is right in the crosshairs. If any harm from their products is proven, the brand could be banned entirely. That's not just a health warning. It could also count as business defamation. Reports are pouring in, digging into every allegation against Logan Paul, MrBeast, and KSI. If these claims hold up, civil lawsuits could follow. Fines, new regulations, and more investigations would be inevitable, and all eyes would turn to the influencer's own statements. Logan Paul and MrBeast could even face defamation consequences themselves. Imagine that. Mega stars in huge legal trouble over what many are calling a scam empire. Think about it. How could someone push a product like this with a scammer's mindset? Hiding flaws, hyping features, making it appear better than it is, all to cash in on clout. At the end of the day, Lunchly wasn't revolutionary, it wasn't health-focused, it was pure hype sold as nutrition. Now, the FDA, major stores, and outraged parents have all turned against them. And if more proof comes out, this could escalate into a full-blown legal nightmare for Logan Paul, KSI, and MrBeast. The hype is gone, the brand is dead, and once again, the internet has shown the world this undeniable truth. You can fake buzz, you can manipulate algorithms, but you cannot fake what's actually inside the box. So, what do you think? Should these influencers finally be held accountable for their actions? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates on influencer scandals and celebrity exposés.